It's always so hard not to headbang with Dreamcatcher. I'm just convinced at this point that Dreamcatcher is incapable of making a bad song. Hello, my lovely, beautiful insomnia friends. It's LC. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you are returning, welcome back. I'm very excited today to be returning with part 2 of my reaction to Dystopia, the Tree of Language album from Dreamcatcher. We're going to be covering 5 tracks today, from In the Frozen all the way to Xian's single Paradise. We're going to go through some color-coded lyric videos as well as a few special clips here and there. But I'm excited. I really enjoyed part 1 of this album, so looking forward to getting into the second part. So let's get into it, but before we do, please don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel.
A few minutes later.
For today's beverage of the day, I have a lime margarita cider from Brickworks Cider House, which makes one of my favorite ciders. I had a margarita at lunch today because I'm on vacation this week. Holla! So it felt fitting that of the ciders that I had in my fridge, I would continue with the margarita streak. I've never had this before though, so I'm curious. Whoa. It's a lot of lime. A lot of lime. Kind of reminds me of the Georgian Bay gin smash, if you've ever had that before. I don't know if that's a Canadian drink or not. But anyways, we are going to be starting today with In the Frozen, because even though I ended the last video with Jazz Bar, I've already reacted to Sahara because I watched their self-made music videos and I absolutely love those. So if you'd like to check out my reaction to that and the other self-made videos, I will put the time card just up here. But oof, In the Frozen, it's making me feel very wintry, Frozen, the movie type of Elsa vibes. So we'll see what we get with this one. So let's go. Ooh. Very ethereal. Ooh.
It's too cold. It's too cold. 아무도 찾지 못하는 벼랑 끝 작은 온기도 없는 이곳 스스로 눈을 떠 너의 품에 가득 안고 따스한 온기를 주면 어느샌가 눈을 뜨고 시작해 move 그래 그렇게 move 힘없이 흔들려도 기적처럼 빈틈없게 덮인 이 추위 속에서 피어나는 flower
Oh.
한 송이의 flower
That beat.
Can nobody stop it
Ooh. This is interesting. And it's really interesting because of the last song being Sahara, and then we jump right into In the Frozen. And that song was really about, despite this barren land, these harsh conditions, I can conquer anything. Whereas here in the Frozen, it's the complete opposite of that. And here they're bringing their warmth to the person that they're singing this song to. Where Gahyun says, when I hug you in my arms and give you warmth. And then Yuhan says, you open your eyes, start to move just like that move. And then in this cold that covered everything without missing anything, blooming flower, one flower of beauty and hope can emerge in even the coldest of places. Ooh, I love that. And then the vocals here, of course, the vocals, always the vocals. I'm just convinced at this point that Dreamcatcher is incapable of making a bad song, because that chorus too was just ugh, in the best way. Sometimes I wonder when I make those stank faces, I'm thinking uh-oh, are people going to think I don't like it? But it's the exact opposite. Whenever I make my stank face, that's when you know that it has hit with me. All right, I know we're in here for a signature Donnie rap, so I'm ready. Ooh. Her her vocals are just so soft.
어느샌가 눈을 뜨고 시작해 move 그래 그렇게 move 힘없이 흔들려도 견뎌야 해 빈틈없게 덮인 이 추위 속에서 피어나는
Oh, how she can just go from powerful to soft so fast.
잠들지 마 다시 필 수 없으니
These lyrics are so beautiful.
놓칠 수 없는 걸 알잖아 길고 길었던 시간들이 이젠 goodbye 빛나는 시작을 기다려
Oh.
In the frozen
Nice. Just dropping the title. Ooh. In a way, this song kind of reminds me of like Holla Holla.
in the frozen
Ooh. Yeah, I like that one. I feel like I'm really starting to recognize their producer's sound because this sounded just like a signature Lee's and Allrounder song. Because like I was saying, parts of it reminded me of Holla Holla, like especially that ending little bit. Because, you know, I could definitely pick out a Dreamcatcher song like anywhere, but now I'm starting to pick out like the producers specifically because I'm realizing now that there is that crossover between ATEEZ's sound and Dreamcatcher's sound, and of course it's because of their mutual producers. And I don't know if I'm interpreting this correctly, but it's almost like the flower is a metaphor for this person that Dreamcatcher is helping. Like, don't fall asleep or you cannot bloom again. You know you cannot even miss a moment. Goodbye to the long, long time now. Wait for the shining beginning. And Sahara was like them conquering through their own challenge, whereas here it's helping someone else conquer that. Of like, this is your chance, you must bloom. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I think this is one of my favorites on the album so far, except for Scream, of course. Nothing beats Scream. Alrighty, next we have Daybreak. So, interesting. So we had In the Frozen, where that was, you know, about helping somebody bloom. And now, you know, is the sun just emerging? Ooh, just like with Red Sun and Sahara and In the Frozen and now Daybreak, I really like all these weather/nature themed songs, which makes sense, I guess, for an album called The Tree of Language. But let's get into it.
숨결에 어느새 느껴지는 너의 날 채우는
It's funky.
소리와 간지럽히는 머리카락 How could I be asleep? How could I be asleep?
Can't get over their voices.
속에 묵히 두 손
Aw.
안겨 넌 내가 가진 가장 큰 별
Ah, they're just so soft and gentle.
그리고 나 깊은 새벽이 날 찾아오게 되면 셀 수 없는 생각 속에 잠겨서 잠들지 못한 밤에 하염없이 연길래 새벽에 너에게 나보다 더 뜨겁게
Ooh. Oh, those deep vocals. I like them going into their deeper register here. Ah. Oh, this just feels like a soft caress, you know? Sorry. Just jammed my finger into the desk. But actually, the song just feels like so soft and tender, especially compared to the last couple of songs on the album. And some of these lyrics just like conjure such a strong image. I find they do such a good job with that in their lyrics of saying, I can feel your voice putting me to sleep and your hair that tickles me. How could I be asleep? Where it's almost like for them, the image and that feeling is so strong that they don't understand how it could possibly be a dream. And in your embrace, snuggly, I put my hands together in your arms. You are my biggest star, so good night, bright light and I. And in the sleepless night, I want to be hugged by you endlessly. It's just like so beautiful and breathtaking. And then here too, like, faintly through the curtains, the white moonlight that illuminated me again. Even the cold air in the room feel beautiful because of the light called you. And the vocals and the instrumental here just pair so well together with the lyrics in terms of that like soft, cuddly feeling. But I'm sorry, I got distracted by just like smoking my hand on the desk. So I think I'm around here. I'm not too sure, but if I have to listen to more, that's fine.
괜찮은 척하지만
Oof.
너도 나와 같겠지만 매일 하루 끝엔 서로가 함께 있으니까 똑같은 하루 반복돼도 괜찮아 뒤바뀌어버린 낮과 밤도 너를 기다리다 가득 채워진 맘 그만큼 지금 좋아한다 습관처럼 내 꼭 끌어안고서
Hug me tightly and don't let go.
꿈속으로 데려가 깊은 새벽이 날 찾아오게 되면 셀 수 없는 생각 속에 잠겨서 잠들지 못한 밤에 하염없이 한길래 새벽에 너에게 나보다 더 뜨겁게
Oh my gosh, that song was over too fast. I wanted more because it just was so like comforting and warm. And I'm loving Miss Dami, vocal queen. Every time she sings and opens her mouth, I'm always just like, completely like taken aback. And I thought Gahyun's vocals in this were good as well. I mean, honestly, all of their vocals were amazing. And their voices just complement each other so well. Like, I think there were a couple times in that song where it sounded like maybe multiple members' vocals might have been layered over each other, but you can't even really tell, and it's so subtle because their voices just go so well together. And now I just like want to wrap myself up in a blanket. Going forward, I'm just going to think of this as like the snuggle song. You know what? If they wanted to rename this song Daybreak and then in brackets the snuggle song, I would be okay with that. But just like this chorus, when the deep daybreak come finds me, I am drowned in countless thoughts, relatable. In the sleepless night, I want to be hugged by you endlessly. We pretend to be fine, but you would be just like me too. But at the end of the day, we are together. It reminds me of almost like if I've had a hard day and my husband has had a hard day, and at the end of the day, we just like put our heads in our pillows and we're together, and that's like enough. And our hard days felt a little less hard because we have each other. I feel like that's what this song kind of captures. I feel like I'm going to have to show my husband this song. Okay, so next I'm going to react to a performance video of Full Moon. And I'm curious about this one and why they chose to re-release this song as part of Dystopia, the Tree of Language. Because I saw on Dreamcatcher's wiki that Full Moon is the promotional single released on February 26, 2018 to celebrate Dreamcatcher's first anniversary. So yeah, if anybody knows why they decided to re-release Full Moon as part of this album, then definitely let me know in the comments. But I'm excited for this song. I love a good OG Dreamcatcher song. Oh, and I guess it says 1 year celebration in the bottom right as well. So let us watch this performance video of Full Moon. Yay, Handong!
시간을 따라 걸으면 조금씩 같이 걸으면 어디에 있어도 함께일 수 있겠지 너와 나 잠시 동안 곁에 머물렀던 너의
Oh my gosh, they look so young.
밤새워 잠들 수 없는 걸 살며시 다가가
Ooh.
말해주고 싶은 건 우리 둘만의 셀 수도 없이 많은 그 비밀 달을 가득 물든 달빛
Oh my gosh, Xian looks so young too.
이렇게 시간이 멈출 때까지 꼭 기억할게 날 다시 만날 수 있게
Ooh.
내 꿈에서 그려 날 함께 불던 밤하늘에 너와 나 약속해 나 언제까지나 나만을 달빛이 돼줄게
I like that move.
이 세상 모든 빛이 나를 채운
Ooh, beautiful. But it was kind of hard to look at the lyrics because I was focusing so much on their dancing. And Xian looks so different. Oh my gosh, I barely even recognized her. So let's see. If we walked through time together, if we walked little by little together, wherever we are, we can be together. For the short while you were beside me, your warmth still remains. I couldn't sleep all night. Come to me gently. There are countless secrets of our own between us. Come close to you. The sky is filled with moonlight. In it is you and me. Stay like this. Time has stopped. I will remember you. I will meet you again. I will draw you in my dreams every day. Oh, it's almost like with this person, they had such a strong impact on them despite being with them for such a short time. So they're talking about like, you know, drawing them from memory and their warmth remaining, and this memory of the full moon and the night sky kind of capturing the essence of that relationship. But alrighty, let's keep going.
너와 내가 함께했던 순간들 마치 하늘에 새겨놓은 별 같아
Again, more weather and nature here with this song.
이런 마음 알지 모르겠지만 조금 더 다가가고 싶은 걸
I love Handong's voice.
말해줘 너의 그 목소리로 우리들만의 말할 수 없이 더 많은 비밀
Yes. Oh. I love her.
다시 만날 수 있게 널내 꿈에서 그려 널 함께 불던 밤하늘에 너와 나 약속해 난 언제까지나 밤하늘 달빛이 돼줄게
I like that arm pitch movement.
Sleeping time. Say my name every time, everywhere. Good night. 밤하늘에 저 달빛이 깊게 잠들어도 너의 손을 놓지 않을게. 꼭 기억해줘 날 다시 만날 수 있게 날 내 꿈에서 그려줘 함께 불던 밤하늘에 너와 나 약속해 날
It's always so hard not to headbang with Dreamcatcher.
나의 너처럼 색다른 달빛으로 나를 채운
Ooh. Pretty. I don't ever think that Dami's gonna stop blowing me away because of her rap part here and then just saying sleeping time, say my name, every time, everywhere, good night. Oh, I just love her so much. I feel like just like with Tension, this is another kind of classic Dreamcatcher song, which, you know, makes sense considering this came out a year after their debut. But yeah, if anybody knows why exactly they had this re-released on the 2020 album, then let me know. Okay, now we've reached the outro. We are here. We have got to the end of this iconic, amazing album. So I'm very curious to hear how they decide to close it out. And then we will listen to Xian's single, Paradise. So let's close it on out. Almost sounds like cicadas. Ooh. And birdies. All these instrumentals they have made me wish that there was like a full version of it. Like vocals over top of this would be beautiful. And that's it. That was so fast. Like, don't you think that all of these intros and outros that they have are so fantastic that it would just be amazing if they could turn some of these into full-length songs? Like, I would listen to an album that was just their intro, outro songs that they've created turned into full-length songs. I would be 1,000% here for that. Like, wouldn't you? I imagine so if you're watching this part of the video and haven't skipped ahead or stopped watching. These songs from the album deserve their credit as well. But already, last but not least, we have reached Xi'an's single Paradise, where there is a special clip for this. After hearing Entrancing, and you know, I guess that song came out 2 and a bit years after this song did. But I imagine with Xi'an's, you know, beautiful vocals that this is going to be like a stunning song. Do we get a ballad maybe? I don't know. Okie dokie, here we go.
어딘가 숨 쉴 수 있는 곳 어딜까 아픈 눈물 없는 곳 아무도 아무도 모르게 Close your eyes 멀어져만 가는 기억 끝끝에 알아 언제나 넌 미소 뒤편으로 맘을 가려 숲을 만들어 애써 숨으려 두 귀를 막아도 번지는 noise 막을 수도 없는 걸 너무도 많은 색들이 뒤섞여버린 물감처럼 알 수 없어져 반복되는 하루 널 바꾸려 하는 사람들과 그 안에
That like piercing gaze. Oh, her eye makeup is beautiful.
Run away, 숨 쉴 수 있는 곳.
Ooh.
Run away, 아픈 눈물 없는 곳.
I have chills already.
Close your eyes, 점점 흐려지는 너의 눈앞에 paradise.
Her eyes are so beautiful. She's just like so stunning. Both in beauty and as a vocalist. But the song kind of like hits close to home in terms of subject matter because I am very well acquainted with running away from my problems. And she's asking, where would it be, a place without painful tears? And even if you try to hide and close your ears, noise is getting louder. You can't stop it. Like the paint's mixed with too many colors. And this like feeling of depression of you can't tell your repeated days. Like everything is just blending together. But she talks of running away to a place where you can breathe without painful tears. So I can relate to that feeling of like wishing for a paradise or like an escape when you feel like you're just struggling and you don't want to deal with things. You just want to like get away. I mean, I know nothing about that. What are you talking about? Here I am just exposing myself. But seriously though, Xi'an is just like an amazing, amazing vocalist. Like I've never seen someone quite like her just, you know, sing so softly and beautiful, but then just like belt those notes with so much power. It's just amazing to see. But all right, let's keep going. love this line. I feel like she's just like staring into my soul. Beating this song though. Oh, those vocals though.
Run away.
Oh my goodness. That was so gorgeous. Just like her. Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular. That is honestly how I feel about Xi'an, how I feel about this album, Dreamcatcher in general. And ooh, this is written and composed by her with the help of Lise and Allender. It also said Xi'an's Paradise is an electronic pop number that delivers a message of consolation to modern people who are oppressed by repeated realities and feel lonely. The melodic chorus and the synth melody that follows express the theme of the song in a comprehensive way. I could see so many fans finding comfort in this song and comfort in like so many of these songs. Like, let's be real. Like, this album from top to bottom is just so good and so versatile. We did have like our classic Dreamcatcher songs with Tension and Full Moon, but then they have these other just iconic songs like Scream and Red Sun, Jazz Bar, Sahara, that's just like advancing their sound forward, really just innovating in K-pop, because that's what I feel like a really good word to describe Dreamcatcher is innovator. They do things that I have never heard in K-pop, and I don't know if that's just because I am a K-pop baby. I am a K-pop noob. But seriously though, like, it doesn't feel like there is anyone out there that's doing what Dreamcatcher is doing, and I just feel like lucky and privileged to be experiencing Dreamcatcher in real time, because I could see them becoming like even more iconic than they are now, almost like after their time, where they're almost like cult favorites, you know? Because I could see, you know, like 5-10 years from now of Dreamcatcher being talked about as a group that changed the K-pop industry. But okay, before I start to get too hyperbolic, I thought I would wrap it up there. I think from this batch of songs specifically, In the Frozen was my favorite, but I honestly find it so hard to compare Dreamcatcher songs with one another because they're just so different. And again, their songs are so versatile. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that one. But what are your favorite songs from this batch of songs? Or what is your favorite from the whole album? I think Scream is still by far my favorite Dreamcatcher song. I think it's Scream and then a very, very, very far gap between the rest of Dreamcatcher songs, where I still love the rest of their discography. So I think that says a lot about how much I love Scream. So yeah, let me know what you think about this album, about these songs. Let me know in the comments down below. I also want to give a big shout out and thank you to my $5 patrons, who are Aurora, MJN, Aaron M, Gem, Hope to Dust, Jennifer O, Kirsten, Lisa H, Mila B, Rancid Barbie, Rochelle, Sarah B, Tiffers, and Vicos. If you would like to get a shout out at the end of every single one of my YouTube videos, as well as early access to my YouTube videos and exclusive content that is not available on my YouTube channel, I will post a list just right here of all the content that is available on my Patreon and that is coming up in July. You can check that out for as little as $3 a month by visiting my Patreon at patreon.com/laurenclaire. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a blast and I'm enjoying my Dreamcatcher journey so much. So I really appreciate all of you joining me on it. And it's just been so amazing getting to share my journey with you. So thank you so much. So until next time, I hope you're doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself because you deserve it. And I hope that you have a splendid, fantastic rest of your day.